Hello, everybody. Welcome back to 7895 Gaming. Tim here, playing Space Quest 1. Where we last left off, we had just escaped the Arcata, and we decided to push the button we shouldn't have pushed. It looks like the Grim Reaper is kind of fondling Roger, and his eyes are a little too big for his head there. He's kind of like, whoa! But anyway, let's get back into the action here. So, we could wander aimlessly, or we could press the auto-nav button, which we probably should do, considering the Sarians still want to fondle us in some way and take us out. Corona! Well, guess this is where we're going. Coming. Well, thankfully there's no mountain this time to blow us away. That's important. Now, thank you for flying Arcata. Arcata getaway pod lines. It's nearly been a pleasure serving you. Tell a friend if you've got one. Jesus. Oh, man. So, in the first original Space Quest, they didn't make this piece of glass really that visible when you left the space shuttle. And so what ended up happening was so many people missed it, as it is an item required for the game, and when you got to the part where you needed it, you basically just couldn't complete the game and you were screwed. And I believe in the VGA, you can never come back to this screen. So it's important you grab this. But it's also important that we grab the Xenon survival kit that we saw, which had fallen loose. Because we can see it right here. Alright. Nice. So let's take a look here. Open this up. You open the survival kit. You discover a Xenon army knife and a canister of dehydrated water. Dehydrated water. It's just air. I'm assuming that they just left hydrogen in it, because assuming the air is the oxygen, you get the H2O, which is your water. But yeah, that's got to be it, because I don't think they'd assume you'd get. Ooh. I'm sure that's very friendly. Don't worry about it. Let's just get out of here. Let's just get out of here. Alright. Yeah, I'm assuming they don't think you're going to a planet that's full of hydrogen. So they probably just filled it with hydrogen, and then as soon as you open it, it mixes with oxygen, creates water. I don't know. I'm thinking too hard about it. You snag a small cluster of leaves from the gooey plant. Ooh. That's an unpleasant sound. That stuff sticks worse than fortnight-old undergarments. Ew. It's a good thing that your gloves are Teflon coated. Oh, God. This is a huge beast, by the way. Did you see that? Like, it was on the other screen, too. Whatever it is. Now, Roger is a bit of a klutz here, so if you're not careful walking over these bumps, he'll just randomly fall down, and it takes him forever to get back up. Let's go up here. Actually, you know what? Let's just kind of chill for a second. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot an object hurtling from the greenish atmosphere towards the parched surface you currently occupy. Oh, hello. Rats. If your eyes don't deceive you, that's a Sarien spider droid. They must have detected your escape from the escape pod leaving the Arcada. The spider droid must have been sent along to settle any unfinished business. After the jarring impact, small panels open through which legs sprout. You recall reading in an old issue of Space Pistons magazine that this droid was designed to seek out all organic life and self-destruct when in close proximity to the target. The target has been achieved. Great. So he's basically going to roam around, and if he spots any organic life, he will just explode upon impact. Nice. That's very friendly. It's very courteous of the Sarians to want to, give us something like that. Oh, hello. Well, doesn't this just look precarious? It looks to be a snapped spinal protrusion just sitting here without, as of yet, having succumbed to the nearly unresistible attraction of gravity. Well, I know what we need to do here is we need to drop that little bad boy on him, but we have to wait for him to come down. In the original game, that was very difficult, but in this game, I think he walks into place if you do it. Yeah, see, he just walked right into it. It was not known that you are a master of the protrusion toss. That was a fine effort. Oh, well, thank you. What started out as a one-time as a mere hairline fracture are now clear cracks in the imperfect vertebrae module. We probably don't want to cross that too many times, so I think we should probably deal with what's going on here before we go anywhere else. This skull looks kind of important, does it not? So, knowing from playing this game a long time ago, there's a beast on this planet that is called an Orat. And he generally doesn't like people. He thinks they're more snacks than anything. So, we should probably not have him tailing us. The dehydrated water really hit the spot. That should keep you going a bit longer. Alright, so let's go in here and check out what's going on. Orat is huge and ugly, and of course, your opinion may differ depending on what part of the universe you come from. You also get the impression that he might be quite mean. Well, if he's got oxygen in his body and we've got hydrogen in here, and if he's in the mood for a snack, I think that could lead to some explosive results. There you go. Orat, always in the mood for a snack, snatches the can out of the air with his spacious oral cavity, chews, and swallows it. He notices a rumbling deep within his abdomen. Oh, jeez. Well, I think he was incapable of being the first living reservoir. You reach down and take the Orat part in your hands. Some of it oozes to fill the space between your fingers. Not really pleasant. You have trouble moving this around. You have trouble moving your own carcass around. You sure can't move something that weighs several more times than you. Besides, you left your truss back on the Arcada. Well, Orat's dead, so that takes care of the 2 of the 3 main threats out here. The other threat being that large worm thing that we saw. I definitely don't want to bump into it if I can avoid it. Which means staying close to this skeleton. Because if we walk anywhere off of these 2 screens, he will just make a meal out of us. And we don't really want that. Roger's come so far. He doesn't deserve to die like that. Alright, so now that we've done what we needed to on the surface, let's explore these bones. Ugh. I'd say the widening of those cracks is an excellent indicator that this is not truly a stable unit. And don't you hate the way that makes your brain bounce around like a handball in that spare cranial space? Oh. It's kind of sad that the narrator of this just basically belittles Roger and thinks that he's a completely incompetent buffoon, even if he is slightly sometimes. It's just one of those things you're like, oh man, give Roger a break. He's trying. All right, so we keep walking. What's this? This is the north-central boundary of a massive skeletal structure surrounded by an arid terra. Not so firma. Arid terra, not so firma. What's this? It looks interesting. Although it's hard to tell from where you're standing, it may be a sign. If you got closer, maybe you could read it. Okay. Whoop! It just disappear. Whoa! Well, he fell. Looks like he's fallen. Thank God we didn't break our neck. Hey, what's the deal here? That elevator doesn't lower, it sucks. Hey, look at that. You flex those incredible muscles you wish you had, but you're barely able to snap loose the previously fractured stalagmite tip. Stalagmite. Stalactites are the ceiling. I always get those two confused. Let's see. The grate is made of metal and seems to be fastened securely to the floor. It's too dark to see down there through the grate. However, an odd smell emanates from the depths of the pit. Okay. Oh! Hello! It's a great monster. I'll bet he's lonely and just wants to be your friend. I don't agree with that statement. I really don't think he wants to be my friend. However, you can have fun with him and kind of just throw a rock at him a few times. It's pretty cute. Here, look. Yeah! Maybe you should have kept that after all. No, you take it back. Alright, well. He's got tentacles which would grab us. But we know that because we had that plant that was really sticky, maybe we can trap his tentacles. Nice. Great monster. At the moment, he's stuck on something. Fortunately, it's not you. I do feel kind of bad about that, though, because, like, even though he is a monster and probably will murder someone eventually, it's... What if he just gets stuck there permanently and then dies? Like, you just murdered him because... I don't know. I'm thinking too hard about that. Well, there's a door here. It's an odd closed door with no apparent mechanism for opening it, but there's a geyser right next to it. So let's put that stalagmite into the geyser. And sure enough, the door opens. Can we take it back? I'm curious. Oh, that's... Oh, bad idea. It's a bit hot. Okay. Does that mean that this, like, rock's gonna blast out of it eventually? Oh, that looks friendly. You gaze intently at the greenish pool of liquid, at the first real sign of moisture on the planet. The pool seems to have no bottom. The gentle dripping has a soothing effect on your frazzled nerves. A small plume of mist rises as each drop hits the pool's surface. You can guess that, given the sizzling look of it, that is not water. That is definitely death. Well, this beam seems to form some sort of electronic barrier to cross the paths. Should we just walk through it? Probably not. If anything, that sounds like it could be lasers. It's also incredibly loud, so I'm just going to deal with this quickly. You quite cleverly turn the beam upon itself, frying and fusing it into a state of inoperability. You know what? Just because I want to see the death, let's just quickly let's just do this, just for fun. Clearly, if you don't trust a source of water, you shouldn't use it. However, we're just gonna do this. His eyes. Well, Scott, it looks like Roger's done it again. It sure does, Mark. Let's run that one again with the aid of our new How He Blew It cam. And chalkboard. I have to say, carefully, Mark, every time we mention something with the trademark or copyright, the lawyers have to come out and feed. Instant replay. Now, this is where Roger makes his fatal move. And we can all see the result of that mistake. Sure can. I don't know about you, Scott. Personally, I like to know exactly what I'm messing with before I actually mess with it. I guess I'll know better next time. Sure, you've died a few deaths before, but this one really burns you. Planets are depending on you. Seeing you do stuff like this definitely makes them a bit nervous. Oh god, what a terrifying picture. I'm pretty sure in the original one, if you drink the water, you basically just take your helmet off, put your head in the water, and then when you come back up, you have no head. And your guy just like touches his head and then falls down. Well, unfortunately, we're out of time for this episode, but thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Check out my other content on 7895 Gaming Channel, and we hope to see you again soon. Until then, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.